Hello everyone, here is the fishing bag. In the last video, we based on the case mentioned above, from the software aspect, to take a few suggestions and thinking for everyone. In this video, we try to look at the hardware side, find out what can help or inspire you. In order to maintain the consistency of the whole scene, we will start from 4 aspects, namely aviation, hotel, catering, and store. Start with the hotel. If you have a large room with a large sofa but the table or desk is not oversized, and there is a large bathroom, and it takes a long time to get into the water, why do we say this is a subdivision? First of all, let's talk about the basic functions of the hotel. If you are not a permanent resident of the hotel or an office, I think most of the guests, the main reason for staying in a hotel, it is a business trip, travel, visit friends, visit relatives, just at all. For the hotel, the 4 types of guests care most about the 4 aspects. First, is it the bed is comfortable enough? Second, is it the shower of toilet carefree enough? Third, is it the desktop that writes something enough or not quite big? Fourth, is it the lighting of the room finely enough or not quite bright? In fact, we only care about these 4. If we can be satisfied, the rest is okay. We don't care what the sofa is made of or which brand the coffee table is. More for spreading clothes, because of the smell of the wardrobe, or other reasons. Therefore, if you run a hotel, you can make continuous improvements from these 4 aspects. If you want to have a further understanding, we can make another serial film later. Focus on the real expectations and concerns of hotel guests, expand and introduce in detail. The content can include the hotel's water pipe, only guest access design lighting layout, logo and brightness selection, part of the design, layout, and related services of guest rooms and restaurants. It's the same way divided by hardware and software, 2 aspects. And we'll talk more about that later. Above, a few are relatively easy to find and done. So take it out and everyone for reference at first. The second is the airline. If there is a severe mechanical failure on the previous flight, and the plane needs to be temporarily replaced, we will exaggerate a little bit. If we change from Airbus 380 to Boeing 787, the seat layout and position will be changed. If the customer is not satisfied, what should we do? We first statement, we have A380 and B787. There is no discrimination. These 2 models are the more mainstream large aircraft. In particular, the Airbus 380 is called Air Big Mac. It has 4 Rolls-Royce engines and a 525-seat distribution. In the upper and lower 2 different cabins. I like it very much, so as to every time back and forth between GZ and BJ, I choose the upper seat in advance. Space and layout are help. Boeing 787 is also quite good, known as the Dreamliner. When Boeing attended the 10th Moscow Air Show in 2011, it competed with the A380, an Airbus behemoth. Okay, that's the end of the statement. Let's get back to it. Since he's the guest, he has his own choice. It's the mechanical fault of the A380. Change to B787 is undoubtedly an option, but the guest always comes for the A380, just like me. Once he changes the plane, he may be disappointed. To put it in an extreme way, do you think this will happen? There are some guests, maybe for work reasons, perhaps for health reasons. Could this be the last time he flies? What if he had chosen to experience the comfort and power of the A380? What should we do? Maybe there are such guests, and we said before to think 3 more steps. Passengers and crew, the entire plane is nearly 600 people, there is always a unique idea. So, besides, to plan A of changing planes, we should have plan B. First, we would like to ask for customers' advice. How many guests insist on taking A380 can stay in our hotel for free first, and then we will bring everyone back after the plane is repaired. Then we will take off, which will delay everyone's time in general. How many willing like this? We can figure it out first, of course. If the weather is bad and the plane is not fixed all day, then it doesn't matter, we have to think about 3 more steps, so there is plan C. If the plane can't be repaired, we will check if there is a chance to make up the seats on the other flight of the same flight tomorrow. We will find a way to let everyone sit on the A380. At the same time, we will give the guests twice the mileage points or a gift as an apology. In fact, if all the guests left behind were to experience the A380 plane, including free meals, free rooms, 2 times of points and gifts, and rest for a day after leisure, most of the guests would not complain, but would think, if I have next time on the A380 had better be wrong, bad again. So, take good care of the unique needs of the guests. Other guests will also meet, the next ride is the first time they will think of us. This is to cultivate customer loyalty. If we bold speculation, if there is a dark horse perhaps one day he developed, had the opportunity to set up his own business, the whole company charter travel, he will choose which airline? You have to choose us, and you might as well select A380. Do you agree with me? If you can do such a service, that guest is satisfied, is like points, the gift is only a few money, how many tickets will we bring when the guests continue to choose? This account is also very calculated, and as the saying goes, only suffer losses before the eyes, cannot suffer long-term losses. This is also the truth. Third, if you run a restaurant, do you think there should be a difference between the temperature at 11 o'clock and 14 o'clock? Many restaurants are willing to choose in the commercial center of a specific floor, and as the main hot pot or barbecue this kind of it is necessary to pay special attention to the restaurant dining temperature change and the air circulation of the dining environment. The first is the temperature change, because the main ingredients are related to raw meat. The freshness of the dishes and temperature have a direct relationship. The dishes have not been cooked yet, has been soft, spread in the middle of the plate, the guest should feel not good. Besides, if the temperature of the dining environment continues to rise, the appetite of those waiting to eat will also decrease, the smell fills the restaurant, and the overall happiness of the dining experience decreases. So, from the hardware, first of all, the air conditioning and ventilation systems continue to be strong, to keep the temperature change is not too much. The second is the height of space. Before decoration, choose the address. The dining environment's height should be high enough because the hot air usually flows upward. The low floor has a steady stream of cold air rushed in. Guests don't get a big taste in the restaurant. And again, the distribution of seats, whether it's shabu shabu or roast, can be very easily influenced by the atmosphere around it, especially among young people. The next table was full of food, and our side was deserted. It always seemed to be short of something. Or the hot side of the grill, we have just a little, as if it's a shame. Many young people pay more attention to external evaluation. It is comfortable to appear in the above situation. We should feel the pain or discomfort of the customer. Therefore, the seat distribution is appropriately separated, so that there is a sense of distance between each table, or physical isolation can also have the same effect. Finally, if we have already chosen such a place, the height of the dining environment is a little low, the air conditioner is a little old. The effect is a bit poor. The guests will sweat during the meal. What should we do? And if that's the case, then we have to start with phenomena. If the guest starts sweating at the same time, we can send him a small towel. We mean, give it for free, not take it. And it's better to bring your brand logo if he has the bashful to say, "Oh, this towel is thick. May I have another one?" Our means that give it to him, to lessen his disappointment, and at the same time to be pleasantly surprised. At least it made him think, it's okay, the sweat didn't come out in vain at least, and I got 2 towels. Meanwhile, when he was not alone, dozens of eyes were watching. If we argue with him about a towel, it's not worth it, and give him some ice water to cool him down and tell him, we'll get a table soon. Aha, we'll get a table soon. Everyone will be in a much better mood. He sat outside and wiped his sweat and drank ice-cold water but refused to leave. A passing customer would see it and think, well, there must be a reason why this restaurant is doing so well, we'll have a try too, if we get a chance. So, in the face of hardware problems is not improving, software to make up for it, with 2 towels, in exchange for an extended period of free advertising, is also worth it. If you think someone is coming to ask for towels every day, isn't that a loss? Do you really think there will be such boring guests who will come to occupy the seat every day and exchange the sweat of 1 liter for 2 towels? If there is, it is estimated that the family is not harmonious. He does not come here, may run to jump off the building or another way to give up himself. If that's the case, we use 2 towels in exchange for a life, and also for us to advertise. God will bless us, I promise. At the same time, our hearts will be at ease, more comfortable. The 4th is a physical store. Is the parking lot in front of the door full of guest cars? Do delivery cars park at the back door? Are the goods carried through the back door? Since we're a store, we're here to welcome visitors from all over the world. If the big departments put in hardware facilities, they are all working for us, but instead of achieving the desired effect, it becomes our office or summer place, which may be a little misspent. The physical store, to put it more bluntly, physical stores have an obvious goal, which is shopping places. Open the door is to hope the guests to choose products, purchases. Therefore, in the original site selection, layout, decorate, and the corresponding preparation work, we should also be in order to attract more customers into the store, shopping, and design and thinking. Please let me know. Is every penny we spend on environmental facilities serving our guests? If not, it's time for a rethink. First of all, the way brick-and-mortar stores make money is not quite the same as the 3 mentioned above. Hotels, airlines, and restaurants are realized by hard service, and service is more. However, the store depends on the product itself, and the service is the foil. If the above software can be used for reference, it will undoubtedly be a plus. But the product is still fundamental. Therefore, if the customer does not enter the store, no matter how good the service, no matter how good the product, has no chance to be recognized. Secondly, for us, if it is an independent store, the first thing we should think of is to leave the parking space for more customers to win the opportunity to enter our store. At the same time, the delivery and other staff should not share the same front door with the guest. Choose to avoid the guests to appear at any time. Take the side door is the right way. And finally, we run the store into a couple of other noteworthy things. The first is decorate. No matter be a hard outfit or soft outfit, should be the same style. But have a bit, it is plastic product uses as far as possible little we are to point not only decorate, but also decoration. Because plastic is a synthetic thing, it's inherently unnatural, and it feels like a fake. Therefore, if the green flowers do not adhere to the placement, do not put fake flowers, because the guest's feeling is not very good, is not very delicate too. The second is the atmosphere, including the smell and the music, which is also fastidious. Whether our decoration style and smell match well, and whether our music and our products are in harmony, we can ask a professional to help determine. To put it in an extreme way, a painting and calligraphy shop with a DJ, do you think the customers who come in have such a strong taste? In a store selling baby products, there is a strong aroma. If a young mom comes in, do you think she will be comfortable? The third is the external display. The appearance of the store is our face. We go in and out every day and seldom pay attention to the external effect of our store at night. Which corner of the exterior wall decoration is damaged? Which lighting pipe is damaged? Which parking space line is not clear? Which door trash can is not clean enough? Because all these services are for our guests. We cannot say that this is the property or the company to manage. And we have no direct relationship. But we think more to pay attention to. Okay, at all, we think from the hardware side to provide you with a few suggestions and ideas. If it can enlighten or help you, we will be much happy, and it's our pleasure. If you have a better answer or insight, please let us know in the comments below. Starting from the next episode, we will create a new series. From the perspective of business management, the current economic situation is not very good to find how we should think and respond. If you find our content satisfying or rewarding, please subscribe to thumb up our film and turn on the little bell on the side to select all. We will update you every Sunday or Wednesday at 6:05 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to upload our videos and send you notifications. In this way, you won't miss every movie update we have. If you are not satisfied with the film's content, please click on it to encourage us to make continuous improvement in the later period. We hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you in the next video.